All right, everybody. Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Welcome. I'm glad you made it by. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader and a Forex trader. Here to help you understand the market from an Elliott wave perspective. Guys, it's Sunday night charts, but I'm in a place where I don't have any bandwidth, guys, and I just can't do a live stream tonight. We're going to try to work that out during the week and see if we can get it rolling midweek, maybe with a setup. Or even next Sunday night. But for now, we have moved. We sold our house. We moved. We are no longer where we were. And currently looking for a place to be. But some friends of ours have invited us to stay with them. We had to get out because we had a cash buyer. Anyway, life is crazy for the Jim of All Trades and his family. But, God provides. And we know he's got a plan for where we're going to be. With that said, guys, I want to jump into the analysis and at least not leave you hanging tonight. I want to give you some analysis on where we might be headed, some of the things to think about from an Elliott wave perspective and what you could be doing in preparation for what Bitcoin might be doing this week. Don't forget, I'm not here to give you financial advice, just an Elliott wave trader sharing my thoughts on YouTube, guys. Hope it helps you, okay? Remember the overarching Elliott wave count we're looking at. When we look at this wave, we're asking, does it look finished? Now, the way this is moving right now, it really doesn't look finished. It looks like it's getting ready to give us a fifth wave. Okay, we have a kind of a clear three-wave move. That three-wave move gave us hidden bullish divergence, pretty strong the way we see it. And now we're getting kind of a very quick move back to the upside. Okay, if this continues to break the high, okay, it looks like we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and looking for I would guess could be looking for an extended fifth wave between now and the end. This thing could go up slowly, but really fast in the grand scheme of things. What I've just drawn for you right there. Or how about like this, something like that. That takes us into December. Okay, so we get a pump into the election maybe, and then afterwards maybe a dump afterwards. We'll have to see. Excuse me, but we could be looking at something like this. Okay, a five-wave move, and the fifth wave would be extended. Okay, and what that might be in the grand scheme of things, just looking at it here, is a finishing to some kind of a diag, some kind of a leading diagonal on the larger time frame. Let's see if I can draw the drawing here. Let's draw this a little bit less crazy. There we go. Something like this. Maybe something like that. Okay, where and this would be 5 maneuvers of Bitcoin. And we're in the fifth. We're in the fifth wave. So that's a possibility we're looking at. We'll just consider that. And so that would be 5 waves up, and that would be some kind of a leading diag. Now what that would do is go up and hit 100K, 120K range. Take the rest of the year to do that, and then potentially, guys, begin a multi-year bear market where we're in a corrective phase back down to support, or we'd look at a 618 retrace of the entire move. So if it went up there, a 618 retrace, that kind of puts us right down here about 38 to 40K range. So that's not a bad looking potentiality there, which would be very bullish long term. Okay, be very bullish long term. We'd be looking at something like that, right? Now that's using Elliott wave theory on the macro, but we know and understand that waves don't move that beautifully all the time. In fact, I hesitate to use Elliott wave on the macro as far as the overall count. So that's something that I kind of go back and forth on. But that would be something that we would look into, at least for a possibility. So there's something to think about, but you got a lot of time. Really, we need to be focusing in on what's this current wave doing at the moment, and what are some likely scenarios here. So, but if this is going to go up for a fifth wave, let's see. Let's get on a smaller time frame here. If this is going up, we would expect this. It could do one of two things. It could go up and just take the high out, or it could go up and pump here to 85, 90K, 95K, just shy of 100. Even that would be nasty. A market maker nasty move there. but we would see some kind of a 5-wave move to go finish the high. Okay, so what that would kind of appear as something right here, maybe a pullback, something like that, and that would take us up and finish. This third wave might be even more extended than that. But we'd be looking ideally for a 5-wave move to finish her out. That would be an ideal world if wave structure happens. Now that's the bullish idea. Now, does this have to go up now? No. In fact, if you look in the 8-hour here, we're pretty oversold, and we have some divergence working right here. You can see the divergence right here at this wave to this wave. This could simply be an ABC, kind of retesting the high before this comes down and begins going down. We could be looking at this wave something like a leading diag right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a 3-wave pullback, and then a 1, 2. This could be setting up for a very big and fast dump to the downside. This is the bearish look now. Sorry about my phone, guys. Right by my microphone. I apologize. I'm getting lots of sound there. Let's see if I can turn this off so it doesn't ring again. There we go. So that would be the bearish look, but this wave gets invalidated if this high gets broken by this. So we would not think of this as a 1, 2, 1, 2 if this high gets broken. So if Bitcoin pumps and takes this high out, then we no longer are looking at this as a 1, 2, 1, 2 to the downside. But that's the bearish. That's a bearish count that you should at least pay attention to. Okay, and that would be part of a flat. What we would say, just this fake out move, where you have 3 waves down. You've got now 3 waves to the upside, looking for 5 waves to the downside, and it's setting up. It's setting up for a big and fast move here. So you're looking at 1, 2, looking for a big 3, 4, and 5 to take out the low. Okay, so setting up with a 1, 2, 1, 2 to the downside. All right, so that's your bearish outlook. That is the looking at this and saying, hey, we're gonna get a dump. We're gonna get a stop punt. I always say this, and I'll say it again, that the market often goes where you expect it to go, just not the way you expect it. And I know a lot of people are looking for these 100K numbers up here, looking for this to pump, and it very much looks like it needs to go up there. But they often will give you a look. The market makers will often give you a look on the chart, get everybody bullish, and then take you out, and then go up there later on. So watch out for this very real scenario where they dump it, they take out these lows here, and then take it up fast and furious to the upside. Okay, now I'm not here to tell you that's certainly going to happen or definitely going to happen or even likely to happen. I'm not telling you that at all. I'm just telling you that is a wave structure we see Bitcoin making time and time again. And until this high gets taken out, this could simply be just a 3-wave pullback that's just steep and fast and just kind of crazy and fooling everybody, getting everybody to buy right at this moment, and then they're going to tank it. So what do you do? How do you guard yourself against that? Well, what you want to do, what you want to pay attention to are the trend lines. Okay, so let's watch this top trend line right here, and let's see if this forms some resistance. Okay, let's also watch this trend line right here, right there, and let's see if this forms support. If this trend line gets broken, okay, if that gets broken to the downside, you're going to start getting a little bit bearish, at least for 3 waves potentially. Okay, if that gets broken. Actually, I don't know if that's actually correct. Let me alter that a little bit. We're going to talk about increasing bearishness. So we're going to draw this one right here. Let's get real technical here as far as your trend lines are concerned. Okay, so we're going to draw it off of these 2 peaks here. Then we're going to draw a steeper one here. Boom. Then we're going to draw a steeper one here. And we're going to get increasingly bearish as those trend lines get broken to the downside. So if price decides to take a drastic turn tonight or tomorrow, okay, and start diving and take these levels out, you're going to get increasingly bearish as these levels get taken out. So if this one gets taken out, you're looking at that saying, is this my next support line? Are we just going to come down and make this a 3-wave and then boom, here we go? Or is this going to be an initial wave, get a 3-wave pullback, come down again, this providing support? If that happens, then you're looking at, okay, is this a 3-wave pullback? Then do we go? Or is this going to take this out and continue price to the downside with that bearish outlook that we just talked about? So draw those trend lines on your chart and watch price and see how it reacts. You need to be taking profit every level that gets broken. You can also use those lines for buy signals as if they get broken and price comes back into it, or if you get a break of this one. There are some Elliott wave counts that even if the top gets broken, price could still come down. But nevertheless, I'm not a breakout trader. I generally don't recommend breakout trading. But if price breaks out to the upside, it could be a very big move and a very fast and furious move between now and the election. Now, that being said, looking at just the macro geopolitical worldview, Trump has promised to just be a friend of crypto, and not he's going to fight CBDCs. He's going to be a positive voice for economic prosperity in the future. And if the world is heading towards crypto, he might I don't know how traders are going to think about Trump in that, so you might consider that, but they may see him as a bullish sign. And you really remember, you buy the rumor and you sell the news. And so, in other words, the rumor of Trump getting elected between now and election day in the U.S. may be a pumpy system through up to the election, and then we get a dump after it. Okay. The other possibility is that the market may dump between now and the election and begin pumping afterwards if he gets elected. So generally, you buy the rumor, sell the news. He's ahead in our election, and chances are he's going to win it if they don't kill him. But that said, we'll have to wait and see what happens and how the market's going to react to him. Now, looking at traditional markets very quickly, you got the S&P took a turn. It's a pretty strong bearish day. This is the 3-day chart, the bearish 3 days actually, and what we can see here is we have broken and closed a red candle. I don't know is that candle closed. I assume it is. Let's see. Yeah. So we got three red daily candles here, and we breaking structure to the downside. So that's a negative look here. That's a negative sentiment here for the S&P. Okay, NASDAQ is the same way. I'll pull up the NASDAQ chart, and you'll see the same thing. We've got a local bearish break here where we've broken. We don't have a bearish break in the NASDAQ yet. So we got to this right now. This trend line is providing support, but again, you've got a 5-wave structure here that with the NASDAQ, if anything looks finished, the NASDAQ looks very finished. Okay, when I look at that from an Elliott wave perspective, I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then when I look at the 5th wave, I'm looking at 5 waves there. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And when I look at the 5th wave of the 5th wave, I'd have to zoom in just a little bit here on the 12-hour maybe, and what you'll see here is this 5th wave. We don't have a clear 1, 2 down here, but you can say the 1, 2 is in this area. 3, 4. This is wave 4, and there's 5, and it looks about cooked. It looks finished. So the NASDAQ above all of them, it really looks to be finishing up. Okay. So that looks bearish. We're going to see what this little downturn does, if they're going to provide support and continue up, or if they're going to break support and come down. So do the same thing. That's a great way to watch a wave and see how bearish we are. You can get progressively bearish as these levels get broken. Okay, so here's the first level we want to see it's breaking. The second level we want to see broken is this trend line there. So if that level gets broken, we're looking for this one to get broken. And then when that breaks, we're really bearish. And then when we go on the macro, okay, we're going to draw one right here. We're going to, let me draw it again. We're going to draw one right. Come on. There we go. We're going to draw one right there. Okay. If this breaks, all hell is going to break loose on the NASDAQ. Okay, so that's when we get really, really bearish. All right. Okay, guys, there it is. That's basically what we're looking at. That's the way we're thinking about the market. It is up or down. We want to see what's going to happen with price today, tomorrow. Remember, Sunday into Monday is a trap day. Generally speaking, they're traps. Okay, so Sunday night likes to trap you for a Monday move, or Sunday into Monday. There's a trap and often a reversal, or this is going to provide continuation and it's going to pump up out of here. So watch out for shenanigans. Draw those trend lines as I mentioned, and let's just watch this from sit back and say, okay, what's going to happen in price here? What's going to happen in this area? We're going to receive a dump here, and I really want to see what's going to happen after this little pump here, because this looks kind of like a wave 5, so to speak. This kind of looks like an A, B, and a C wave. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you got 5 waves here. So it's looking fairly finished. It is potentially done, and so I want to see if this is going to provide any kind of rejection here. So draw those local trends as I showed you. Draw this one there, okay. Draw this one here, okay. Even that one's better than the first one I just drew. But when you start seeing these price breaking these to the downside, Bitcoin's taking a turn for the worse, and you want to be making sure you take profit on your longs. Okay, you definitely want to draw that one. You want to see if this is going to provide support or not. So, all right, guys, have a fantastic evening. I'm sorry about Sunday night charts, but hopefully I'll get this uploaded soon. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Bye bye.